Hi, I'm Kevin Chow. I'm from British Columbia, Canada. I'm currently on a round-the-world motorcycle trip with my 2010 R1200 GS, and I'm in the middle of the Salar to Uyuni in Bolivia. So what better spot to do a Bumot Defender review is the largest salt flat on the planet. So before I jump into the why I think these panniers are the best panniers in the world, I want to give you a little bit of background info on me, so maybe this information makes a little bit of sense. So I left Canada just over 10 months ago with these panniers. But these panniers weren't actually the first Bumot panniers that I had. I had a first generation set of Bumot panniers that I did Vancouver up to Dawson City, Chicken, Alaska, and then back down about 2 years ago was that trip. So that was 8,500 kilometers. And then I decided to do this whole round the world thing, 2 years on a motorcycle, live off the motorcycle like a hobo like this. So before I left, there was a few upgrades that Bumot did to the Defender panniers that I liked over their first generation. And when you're living on a motorcycle for, 2+ years and camping, traveling every day, any little thing makes a difference. So with these panniers, I ended up getting the 45 liter and the 41 liter. The reason why this one's a 41 liter is because it's got a small cutout to compensate for the exhaust on the oil-cooled R1200 GSs. But the nice thing is Bumot has thought about putting a toolbox on the other side to compensate for the loss of that space. The nice thing is if you look at this bike is completely equal on both sides. You don't have one pannier hanging out one side versus the other. So if I look at this and I look at the front, they're the same distance. And the nice thing for cutting through traffic is those boxes are a hair narrower than the width of your handlebars. So when you're actually riding the bike, if you can get through with your handlebars, you can get through with your boxes. Another thing is these latches. These are nice and secure. So if you listen to this, they're really positive as far as how they clamp. So that's opening, that's closing. So the Bumot Defenders come factory with the anchor points where you can mount rock straps, extra dry bags on top if you so choose. I like having a few items up in here as far as tools, oil filters. I got my heated vest in here. So this is just a nice way to keep things organized. I would highly recommend the rope strap that they can install for you. And I would highly recommend the lid bag and the internal carry bag. The reason I say that is the lid bag is really nice to have for money or documents. If you're crossing a border or have to do any sort of paperwork, you can just click this and you're off and rolling that easy. Inside of this, you have nice organization points as far as dividers. You got a little Velcro tab in the back. They've really put some thought into these bags. If you're going to a hotel and you don't want to take your panniers off, you can just pull these out just that easy. You're off and rolling that way. I also put my laptop in here. So this is where Bumot's attention to detail really shines. You got your weather strip around here that mates perfectly to this aluminum lip around here. You can see here their attention to detail to welding on the corners, no cracks. I got 30,000 kilometers on these boxes and they're not bent. They're the way that they should be from brand new. They have a weather strip at the bottom that's nice and tough. You can see all the mounting hardware fits nicely with here. And you have a friction hinge here. So the cool thing is when you're camping like this and you throw your bike up on the center stand, I can actually use this as a camp lid. So as far as organization, I can pull both of these up. I got a kitchen top here, and I got a kitchen top here. So they don't flop down kind of this angle. You can actually prepare food on here, which is really stellar, actually. As far as pulling these panniers on and off, let's say you got a river crossing, you got a hotel doorway courtyard that you got to ride through. You want to pull these panniers off and take them into the hotel room. You want to pull the pannier off and sit on it, use it as a chair. This is one of the really nice things, and this is one of the reasons why I got this set of panniers, is this little latch right here. So I'm going to show you how to do this with one hand, because I got my GoPro in my other hand. Is this locks, but I've already unlocked it. You can pull that out, and you can pull forward and actually just set it down. Bam! One hand. So this is how this latch works. Nice and simple. You got your lips under here. These tabs line up, and then this tab pulls onto the rack. You can see here the rack. So I got my toolbox here, and you can see the anchor points. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, which actually anchors underneath, and then 5, the cross member that goes across to the other pannier. So these things have been through a lot of abuse, and they're straight. I've dropped the bike in sand on both sides, both panniers, and nothing's bent yet. I've ridden over, I don't know, probably 50,000 speed bumps now between Canada and Bolivia, and everything's still straight. One thing to note is I have my ignition key and I have my Bumot key. You get one Bumot key that works for all of the locks on this system. So you got your frame latch lock, you got your lid locks, and you got your toolbox lock. So that comes off. You got your foam seal around there, and then you got your tools in there. So I keep extra brake pads. I got an auxiliary bicycle air pump in here. I got zip ties. I got spark plugs. I got another Pelican box at the back of this. So it's a really nice, hidey, organizational spot to put extra tools or whatever you may want. So I'm going to put this pannier back on with one hand to show you how easy it is. So lift your latch. This is why I recommend the little grab handles. So you can put that on there. And all you do is line up the bottom like so. Make sure your latch is up. And just throw it forward. Throw this down. Throw your key in there. Lock it. And your pannier is on. You can see the attention to detail on the corners and the rivets on the bottom of these panniers. Is the aluminum actually wraps around here, and then you got a base aluminum plate that goes along the bottom, and the inside of that's actually bent up to the inside here. So there's 2 layers of aluminum all the way along each edge of these things. To wrap up my Bumot Defender review, they're watertight, they're dust tight, they mount super tight, they're safe, secure. You got one key for the whole system, which is super convenient. They pop on and off really, really easy. when they're mounted on, they're not going anywhere. They're a little bit more narrow than your handlebars, so when you're cutting through traffic, the attention to detail is bar none the best that I've seen on any panniers. And I know from experience now, for living with these for 10 months, they are convenient and they are strong. So if you want to check these panniers out, go to bumot.eu. They got all the model specs, everything, prices, accessories you can get for them. If you want to follow my trip, I'm 10 months in and about 2.5 years total for the trip. You can find me online at worldoverland.ca or on Facebook or Instagram. Just search World Overland. I'm Kevin Chow. Thanks.